Well, welcome into this very exciting episode of The Scene. This is a tour update from the road with Clayton Ryan, my boy Zander, and our girl, Sammie Jean Cohen. Sammie, welcome to the show for your first time.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. Hello.
I gotta know right off the bat, how is it traveling with all these dudes?
Oh my God. I feel great. I'm a tomboy, and hang on, we're passing a little baby camera around here. I'm a tomboy, so I fit right in, I feel like. So, yeah, it's been really fun. And they're not too stinky yet, so no.
Right. Short tours, that's the secret. 7 to 10 day runs are just enough. Once you start stretching past that 2 weeks, right, things start to get a little funky.
Yeah, a little funky. But that's okay. I've lived off this before, so I understand that.
That's amazing. So where does the day find y'all? Where are you at?
We right now are in Provo, Utah. We spent the night here in a little cheap hotel down the road, and we're hanging out at a little cafe, getting a few emails done. We've had the last 2 days off, so we're kind of just getting back into civilization a little bit. And we're making our way down to, excuse me, my bad. We're making our way down to Laramie, Wyoming at the Roughed Up Duck for this evening's show.
That's awesome. And then April 24th, you're at the Matthews Opera House in Spearfish, South Dakota, correct?
Yes, sir. Hometown show for Clayton, dude. We're excited to get back out there.
Well, and we're excited for that tour anchor, too, up in Minneapolis. You guys got one April 26th with some good friends, too. Why don't you shout that out real quick, and then we will get into the dirt.
Oh, absolutely. Oh my gosh. Check us out in Uptown Minneapolis at the Green Room with our friends Modern Era. Who else is on the list? Oh my gosh, dude. See, this is the thing. I got to call you when I have
we got Jay Bell and the Lazy Susan Band.
Jay Bell, we have the Lazy Susan Band.
Yes, sir.
And then who else have I interviewed on that show? Oh, yes, of course. Mr. Clayton Ryan will be there as well. Clayton, how you doing, brother?
Dude, what's up, Bubba? We're making it. We're figuring it out. 2 days off is great in the middle of the tour. And, the barista accidentally gave me a latte with espresso in it, and I don't drink caffeine, and I'm already, stressing. Because I was like, oh, sweet, a golden milk latte. Let's go. Those don't have caffeine in them ever, and then this place does. Which is ironic, being that we're in Provo, Salt Lake area, where caffeine is a sin.
I just heard some crazy news that in Texas now you can get pulled over and get a DUI for being over-caffeinated.
Really?
I haven't verified, but it is Texas, so.
To be fair, I know plenty of folks that drink an unhealthy amount of energy drinks that should be regulated, and they should be stopped. And I know plenty of dudes that chug 2 or 3 Celsiuses in a morning, and oh my God. It stresses me out. Maybe I'm just jealous because I can't do that anymore.
Well, it's so bad for your kidneys. They cannot appreciate all of that caffeine and all the other crap inside of them.
Dude, I had a kidney stone earlier on tour last week, and I don't know where it went because I didn't pass it. And there's nothing bothering me anymore. But the pain was so bad once that I actually passed out on our drive from Bozeman to where were we going?
We're heading back to Billings.
Yeah, and I passed out in the van. I've had it happen before, but not it was weird. And it just disappeared. So I don't know if I just passed it in my sleep or if it's crawling its way up into my mouth. I don't know how kidney stones work. But I don't even drink energy drinks, so I'm mad that I got this thing.
This is Life on the Road with Clayton Ryan. Kidney stones and rock and roll, baby.
No, welcome to the TMI tour.
Well, I've been following along on the YouTube with the Wild Man series is absolutely incredible. Big kudos to you guys capturing all of that stuff, sharing it. Ryan Little Eagle, mutual friend, was on the episode yesterday. Just love it. It's something that the world is craving, right? All this content, and it's funny what people will end up watching, right?
Oh my gosh.
That's what I think whenever people watch 5 to 7 minutes of me rambling, mumbling through my words and eating a sardine. That's what I think too. People will watch anything.
The Dean of the Day is my favorite part.
Well, I want you to know, Bubba, in season 3, we're working on condensing that down to about 90 seconds flat. That way we can get to more exciting things than me saying, the fish is fishy.
So you guys are you're probably about 2/3 of the way through the tour now, but what was the first part like? What is the first leg? You had some shows out there in Montana. You got into Seattle. Give us a little recap.
Bro, it was exciting. We, our first show up our first show was in St. Paul, and crowded little joint on a Monday. People were having a good time. They were listening. It was kind of a really good listening room crowd. Tuesday, we ended up in Bismarck. Ended up as if we didn't plan it months in advance. We meandered our way to Bismarck. Had an awesome crowd. Some of the folks from the Mooncats were out there watching us play. And they're a good crowd, good barbecue. Freaking Billings was an unexpected, super fun time. We ended up having an open mic before the show, and we got to pretty much have all of Billings open up for us, which was awesome. Made some friends. The owner was super cool. Dramatic ass snow that night, which definitely was a huge change in weather between our day before. And then next morning, we went and played the first ever peanut butter and jam in the van at the Nutmobile from Planters was in town, and I contacted them on Instagram, and I got to talk to a guy by the name of Honey Roasted Ryan. Shout out to the crew, hey, Katie and Jesse. They were great, man. It was fun. They let us play in their gigantic Nutmobile, and then we went and had lunch with them. Natasha. Dude, it's funny because you don't realize how much similarities there are between a touring musician and a touring representative of Planters until you realize that we're all just going place to place, booking our own stuff, promoting it. And the only difference is rather than singing, they procure nuts and peanut paraphernalia.
Well, and now you're like 1 degree of separation away from the Wienermobile, so we got to make that happen too.
If there's a sardine mobile out there, we will find it.
There's got to be one. There's got to be, and we are going to make it happen. So,
yeah. It's very eventful. Season 3 is going to be very, very eventful. There's dramatic weather. There's really hilarious meetups with the Nutmobile. The shows are all very different and very unique.
And that's what's fun about touring, right? I mean, that's why we go out on the road is we can get caught up, especially I know you're playing a hometown show in the Black Hills, but Minnesota has become home to you now over the course of the last, 15, 16 months, right? This building, this base in Minneapolis, St. Paul, and throughout the rest of Minnesota. And it has to feel a little bit like home there now, does it not?
Oh, 100%. It's fast approaching the most home I've had. I mean, the people in the Black Hills are always going to be the family, and like that's always the place I'm going to go to that feels like hometown. But Minnesota is definitely making its case for why I'm going to stay there. Although I got to say, man, I'm pretty pissed that I discovered Seattle at 29 because I wish I'd known about that city when I was like 20. I would have moved out there, man. That place is so freaking cool.
Yeah,
I've gone and built up this awesome community in Minnesota that I don't want to leave. But crap, is Seattle so freaking cool.
So while we're talking about it, Sammie, why don't you describe the Seattle scene for us a little bit and kind of take us through the show?
Oh, okay. The Seattle scene. Well, I've always wanted to go out to Seattle, so that was really fun. And to be with these young, fine fellers on the road, it's been a lot of fun, and I kind of wish I had made a move out earlier to Seattle because could have definitely spent some time in that lovely gloomy weather. And the road, you want to know about the road, you said?
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like I belong on the road, and so it's just such a delight that they invited me to come on this Wild Man tour, and I also just released a song called Wild Horse that I wrote about, I don't know, maybe 6 years ago. What has to do with kind of my traveling to Montana, into Arizona, and living with wild horses. And so just kind of visiting my second home in Montana was just like very meaningful to me. And then to make new memories with these guys, it's been a lot of fun. I'm a sucker for cute downtowns and good friends and good music and good jokes. And It's just been a lot of fun. And like I said, I love the mountains and I belong on the road. I'm writing a song about that right now, actually. So
how poignant.
Yeah. I don't have any complaints over here. Just
That's fantastic. I didn't realize that you had some roots out there in the Mountain West. So I actually grew up in Deadwood, which you'll be visiting very soon, or at least getting very close to. And after we had moved from the Chicago area, all the trips consequently were headed west from there. Yellowstone, Bozeman, up to Glacier, out to Seattle. And I actually lived out in Bend, Oregon for around 3 years. So out there on the east side of the Cascades, really beautiful area. I think you would love it out there. And Bend is a great music town as well. If I would have had a little bit more heads up on the tour you were planning instead of getting the calendar, a few weeks ago, maybe I could have hooked it up. But next time, plenty of tours in our future.
Time. Yeah. And who knows, maybe I'll cruise along the West Coast again with these awesome dudes. So yeah, it's beautiful drive, and getting to touch the ocean up there was just awesome. So yeah.
It rejuvenates the soul, doesn't it? To get out and to get away from home. You're in Minneapolis now, correct? Or in the Minnesota area?
Yeah, I moved back home during the pandemic. So yeah, it's back in good old Minneapolis.
Yeah, well, and that's where we're headed. So you got just a few shows left before you get back into Minneapolis. We talked about the show at the Green Room. Zander, why don't you kind of take us through what this tour has meant for you and, what it will mean kind of returning home a little bit the Conquering Heroes this time?
Oh, dude, I got to tell you, it's been awesome to have like a both kickoff tour and a return home. What am I saying? A show at home to kick off the tour and to return. It's pretty sweet, man. The hometown vibes are always great. I got to tell you, this is the most organized we've ever been on tour, which has been pretty incredible, regarding the van at least. We've got all of our musical gear in the van, and then Casey Carlson, our videographer, was able to secure a nice little trailer from his Uncle Mike. So shout out to Uncle Mike. He hooked us up, dude. So we were able to throw all of our camping gear and bedding in there. So we've been super clean and have plenty of room in the van, which has been awesome. Dude, it always just means so much to me whenever I can hit the road with my homies, especially going out west. There's just something magical about the Wild West. It just rejuvenates my soul, seeing the mountains and being so close and being able to touch all these mountains and even seeing snow. It's warming up out here, but seeing snow up on the mountains and everything, it's just so cool. Oh, man, sorry. We got a gnarly... Hold on 1 second.
Hey, I like the live feel, man. It doesn't bother me. We have a siren that goes off about 4 times a day here in Tyndall. I have to plan my podcast episodes around it because I live right next door to it.
Oh, my gosh. Sorry about that. That was crazy.
That's what happens in Provo if you think about drinking coffee.
Well, you shouted out. Is Casey around the table with you guys too?
Squad.
No, he's actually protecting all of our gear inside of this cafe we're cooped up at the moment.
Well, you tell him. Yeah, well, and you tell him that we absolutely love the footage that he's been capturing, and just a big shout out to the man behind the lens. We were just awarded a Content Creator of the Year award through the Midwest Country Music Organization, but I don't necessarily capture the content, right? I'm an in front of the camera, guy. I am a planner, I am a producer, but I don't do the actual work that people are seeing, right? In front of my camera on Zoom, I guess, yes. But the stuff that we got coming out this year requires partnerships with incredible artists that know how to work that lens. And Casey's one of the best that I've ever seen, man. So big shout out to Casey. You can tell him that he's got a job at the Scene Projects whenever you guys get rid of him.
You got it, man. Heck yeah. Yeah, he's great, man. We love him. Not only is he a road dog and just so great on the road and easy to get along with, he's so freaking talented, man. I don't know what we would do without him.
Well, you wouldn't have a hit YouTube show, that's for sure.
That's for sure, man. We have a hit YouTube show.
Hey, it's a hit in my world, and that's about all I care about these days. As the world continues to spin out of control, I find solace in just digging in even harder to my little world, which isn't so little, right? You're talking about several hundred artists that are out there, all existing in their own worlds, right? No different from you all, but I get to kind of tap into that occasionally, have some conversations. We record them. We call it a podcast, but it's really just archiving our lives for the record.
Oh yeah. That's the cool part, man. We get to run into so many friends on the road, especially this tour so far. Like running into the Mooncats was super cool. When we were playing in Bozeman, actually, we had a couple repeat customers, which was super cool. This gentleman that was playing violin out on the streets, just busking last time Clayton and I were here. We threw him a couple bucks and invited him onto the show, and he came on to this last one and remembered our names and everything. It was so sweet. He's like, you guys keep doing the dream, keep following your dreams, keep doing the thing. And I can't wait to see you. He's like, hopefully next time I see you here, you guys will be playing the bigger side of the armory here. So,
well, and Zander, being from the cities like you are, I think it's hard for you to comprehend how slow and boring life can be out in the Mountain West. Just because in the cities where you could meet someone and then a month later see them again and they maybe not remember your name, where out in the Mountain West, those people will remember you for years, right? You could come back 3 years later and there will still be the same people in the same place doing the same thing, talking about that time they met Zander and Clayton and Sammie out on the road. And that's the beauty of getting out and touring, is going out to reach those people, and especially the way that y'all have been doing it, really dipping into smaller markets, right? I mean, Billings, Montana, not a huge tour stop for a lot of people. Going through Provo, Utah. I don't know if you guys played a show out in that area or not, but once again, a small one. The Black Hills are very, very small too. So it's a blessing to have such talented people that will dedicate their lives to their craft and then take that out and to visit us in these small towns, right? Like, that is a blessing, not just for you, but also for all of these people that are coming out to the shows too. And I think that's something that we all have to remember as we're out there.
Most definitely. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's always nice to make new connections no matter where we go, and whether or not they remember us, we hope we can leave a little piece of ourselves with everybody that we play for. And hope they reciprocate it. And so far, so good, man.
Zander,
this has been a wonderful tour.
Awesome. Zander, how are the arms feeling? I know you've been working out this trip.
Oh, dude, they're feeling good, man. I've made a goal of 100 push-ups and 100 crunches a day. And so far, thanks, Sammie. So far, I think I've done 150 crunches this whole tour so far. But I've made it about 75, almost 100 push-ups every day. And I'm feeling good, dude. I've never felt this good ever. It's pretty nice. I don't know if it's just like the fresh air from the mountains too, but yeah, man.
It's the fact that you and Clayton aren't putting down a bottle of Tennessee whiskey in the hotel room after the show, as you were on the YouTube last night.
Oh shoot, no, not this tour, dude. Oh my gosh, that's my favorite episode. Episode 3 of season 2 is my favorite, dude. Oh my gosh. Casey's little callback to the night before with Clayton doing a screamo thing, it was just me up. I
epic, right? Man, I don't know what's bothering my throat. A quick cut to him screaming on the microphone. Just epic. You guys are doing it, and I'm glad that we got to jump on the phone today. I know you're busy, and I don't want to keep you forever. Why don't you go ahead and shout out the last few tours, and then we'll hit with some parting shots.
All right, today, Laramie, Wyoming, the Roughed Up Duck. Tomorrow, Fort Collins, we're going to the Neighbor. So after that, Thursday, Spearfish, we're going to the Matthews Opera House, where we're working with the Black Hills Writers Collective collaboration. It's going to be sick as hell. And then Friday, Wood Grain Brewing in Sioux Falls, downtown. Come on out, East River. And then homecoming show, Minneapolis, the Green Room in Uptown. And that's what we got. And then I think a week after that, Zander and I head down to Oklahoma City for the Rose Rock Music Festival and the play. We're opening for Parker Millsap at the Deli in Norman, and with Tyler Bird and the Flock. And that's going to be a super cool little quick down and back, make a few bucks, hang out in Oklahoma.
Can't stop, won't stop, baby.
No,
You can't
no,
try.
you've inspired me, man. I'm taking the scene projects on the road this year, a little bit different than going out with a band, right? I just said, well, I'm going to go out with my microphones. We'll plan some more songwriter showcases in different markets around, and taking my friend Birdie Young along with me now, too, as her tour kind of fell apart around the same time. And, you know, sometimes that's just God making way for the right things, right? You have to be willing to roll with the punches, especially out on the road, and to keep going with a smile on your face. So you guys are going to be in my neck of the woods this Friday. We've already made plans to kind of be around Sioux Falls that day, so we're going to have to pop in and see you. A lot of shows this week. Obviously, the 24th, Matthews Opera House. All of our Black Hills fans, get out there, check out that show in Spearfish, South Dakota. Wood Grain Brewery is downtown Sioux Falls. That's April 25th. And then the Green Room, uptown Minneapolis, on April 26th. You guys catch them all on tour. Any parting shots before I let you guys get out of here?
Thanks for what you're doing, Bubba. We appreciate you so much. Thanks for taking the time to talk with us today and to deal with all the loud noises around us in Provo.
Epic, man. Well, Sammie, Zander, and Clayton Ryan, thank you guys so much for being a part of the scene and doing exactly what you're doing. Don't stop.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Nice to meet you, and thanks for everybody listening. We'll see you soon.